Good morning, and thank you for joining me on another episode where I take a book and from that book I find a bar. Now, a bar is a short, valuable nugget of information for us to feed our minds. This is
Breakfast Bars! Breakfast Bars!
Breakfast Bars! This is Breakfast Bars!
Good morning, and welcome back to Breakfast Bars, where we focus on feeding your mind one bar at a time. The book I want to break down today is by Bill Walsh. The score takes care of itself. That kind of selfish, being early in Breakfast Bars, kind of selfish that I wanted to break this one down because the title itself, The Score Takes Care of Itself, is one of the biggest things that I believe in. Essentially, it's a bar on the cover. You don't get that very often, and it just means work hard. Don't be super attached to the result, because you can't ultimately control the full extent of the result. I can't control how many people listen to this podcast. Now I can do things that might help it, but what I can do is focus on putting out good content, focus on improving, and consistency more than anything. And if you do the right things, the score will take care of itself. So that could have been an episode right there, but I will continue with finding a bar from the book. Bill Walsh, The Score Takes Care of Itself. Let's see what we find. Well, this isn't a bar, but I found it, so I'm gonna say it. He's talking about. It is a bar. Communication is crucial in being a leader, and he specifically says on page 112, big ears are better than big egos. Well, shit, I think I'm out in front of most of you guys. You see these ears I got? So hopefully that helps my leadership ability, that I can keep my ego under the size of my ears. He says having big ears, the skill of being a great listener, is the first law of good communication. That is the bar we'll ultimately have as the bar today. But having big ears, obviously maybe not physical big ears like myself, but the big ears, that means you are a good listener. So, he says right here, the second law is when you're not listening, ask good questions. So, this is all about being a leader. Remember, the book is My Philosophy on Leadership. Bill Walsh, great coach of the San Francisco 49ers back in the day. And so it's all about his leadership techniques. And so big ears, being a great listener, is super important. And when you're not listening, ask good questions. Because it's kind of the same thing how I think about books, right? You can't know everything yourself or figure everything out yourself. One of the best things you can do is learn from others. Maybe, reading from books where there's stories about mistakes people have made, and learning from those people's mistakes so that you don't have to make those same mistakes. Isn't that crazy? There's plenty of books out there where people tell you how to get through situations or avoid situations, and it's only a couple dollars, $20, $25 max, to spend some time and get that in your head and have that help you out. But so yeah, listening is great. Having big ears are better than big egos. And yeah, just the listening part, one of my favorite things or ways to listen is through books. So pick yourself up a book today, read it, preferably nonfiction. Have a great day.